Hi everyone, myself Gloria Joseph, occupational therapist. Previously, we had discussed about what is sensory integration, how it works, and its principles. Today, let us look into what are the sensory integration dysfunctions or disorders and its various types. Sensory integration disorder or sensory processing disorder is a neurological disorder that results from the brain's inability to integrate certain sensory information received from the nervous system. Children with sensory processing disorder often find difficulty in responding to sensory information in a way that appropriately enables them to plan and organize what needs to be done. Sensory processing disorder can be categorized into three main types or patterns, namely sensory modulation disorder, sensory based motor disorder, and sensory discrimination disorder. Now let us look into these types one by one. The first one is sensory modulation disorder. Sensory modulation is the ability to regulate responses appropriately to the sensory input received from the environment. The inability to regulate these responses leads to sensory modulation disorder. Sensory modulation disorder can be further divided into three subtypes or subcomponents, namely sensory over-responsivity, sensory under-responsivity, and sensory seeking. The second one is sensory-based motor disorders. Praxis is the term used to describe the ability to make adaptive motor responses. Deficits in the ability to complete or learn new complex motor tasks leads to sensory-based motor disorders. Sensory-based motor disorders can be further divided into two subcomponents, namely postural disorders and dyspraxia. The third type is sensory discrimination disorder. Sensory discrimination is the ability to develop and use motor memories to guide planned movements. A deficit in this ability leads to sensory discrimination disorder. For instance, the child might find it difficult to do fine motor tasks without looking, difficulty to copy from blackboard, right and left confusion, delayed hand dominance, and so on. In the upcoming video, the subcomponents of sensory processing disorder will be discussed further. Thank you for watching.